What up everybody, how's it going? Matt Sweets here, and today we have a very special unboxing. We have added one of the coolest dudes in the whole world to the Sweets Mob team, and today we are revealing his signature series model. And that dude is David Gravette. Let's go. Some of you may know David from Thrasher's King of the Road that you could have seen maybe a couple seasons ago. He's also sponsored by Creature Skateboards. He's sponsored by Independent Trucks, Bones Wheels. The list goes on. He has tons of sponsors, and he is joining the Sweets Kendamas squad. I watched this dude skate for many years before he ever became part of the team, and so when we had the opportunity to meet him and to talk about making him a Dama, I literally thought it was fake until we actually started chatting, and it was very cool to see how much he loved Kendama. From meeting Reed and Boo and everybody and getting introduced the right way, he has a love for Kendama just like me and you, which is one of the coolest parts of the Sweets Mob. In his Dama, or in his box, as you can see, it's covered with fish everywhere. There's fish left, there's fish right. This dude's a skateboarder. What are we doing with fish on everything? Well, David just said, you know, let's just throw a fish on it.
Sweet, put a fish on it.
I wanted to make something, let's throw a fish on it. He really loves being out in the outdoors, and he really loves doing all kinds of adventurous activity. Dave does everything. He skates, he bikes, if you name it, he can do it. And when he wanted to make a Dama, he's like, I don't want to just put skating stuff all over it. He's like, I want to put some fish on it. And so we were like, we can make that happen, Dave. So we did it. So here, I present to you the David Gravette Signature Series. I would love to call this the Gone Fishing mod because my gosh, does it have some beautiful fish on this thing. David loves to fly fish. It's one of his favorite things to do other than all the amazing things he does. So he decided to put some of his favorite fish on here. Looks like we have a bass, perhaps a salmon or a trout. And so that's really cool just to have some of his favorite fish on there. And now here's the next part. This is an actual fly on top. So he wanted to have the Dama kind of act as a lure to some extent. So the top right there is his little fly fishing lure. And if you fly fish, you know the string is all nice and green usually. So he's got a nice green color to match the reel line that he uses when he fishes. And then on the bottom is a beautiful reel, a really, really cool, well-designed reel by our very own Matt Maroka. So all-in-one fly fishing explained in one Dama. This Dama is so intense, at one glance you can't see everything. Coop just made me realize that inside of the reel you can actually see the line wound up, which is such an extreme detail that is so cool. And again, big props to Matt Maroka for helping design this beautiful Kendama. So fly fishing explained all in one, and the colors are just great, right? The blues and greens and the silver and black with that tracking, it's like none other. We've never seen a Kendama like this before, so that is really cool. And now the next thing that makes this Dama really unique is the fish in the cups. So instead of adding, you know, cool totems or things that really help explain our lives more, David just wanted to put a couple fish in there because he wanted the fish to be able to catch the lure. You see? The lure at the top, it all goes together. So when you're starting to play Kendama, you can be like, oh, I gotta go for salmon cup, or I gotta go for bass cup. No, I'm just kidding. But you gotta try to catch that lure, which I thought was such a cool, funny idea. And then we got the man himself, his sig, right on the Ken, as all Sweets Mob Kens do. So we have the bottom hole as well, just in case you were wondering. It comes with the bottom bevel. But yeah, that is the David Gravette mod. Now, David's had a lot of time to go on Sweets Mob trips and really get into Kendama, and the one thing he says is that he gets the same amount of joy from landing a new Kendama trick as he does from hucking himself downstairs and going down rails and getting that feeling of landing that trick. He says it's the same with Kendama, and I think that's why it's so cool that we're always trying to combine these worlds of extreme sports with Kendama, because they're very closely related, more than we ever think. So if you want to go support Dave, a portion of the proceeds always go back to the rider, so make sure you go snag his Dama. It's always available Friday at 4 p.m. CST. Thank you all, as always, for tuning in. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And if you want to say something to Dave, make sure you go down to the comments and give him some props for getting his first ever SIG series. Thank you guys so much. See you next time. What up, everybody? Thanks for checking out that video. If you like what you just watched, make sure you go hit that subscribe button and make sure you go punch that shop button and get yourself a new Dama. We have tons of other videos for you to watch, so make sure you go check them out. See you next time.